I started month 6 last week with my first shot of the box. Now I'm on my second and starting to wonder if this is my maintenance dose. So let's talk about it. Welcome back. My name is Anid. I share beauty, lifestyle, and faith here. And for the last 6 months, I've been sharing my GLP-1 journey on the Zepbound shot. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who is here, all of my subscribers. You guys are the ones who keep me going and keep me inspired. I want to start this video off giving a special shout out to Monica. Thank you so much for your super thanks last week. That meant the world to me, and you have been a day one here with me. So thank you so much for being here and for supporting. For the rest of you guys, thank you so much for always being here, supporting, commenting. I send you big, strong hugs. You guys are absolutely amazing. So let's get into the nitty gritty and let's discuss updated measurements and weight, and of course, my side effects. I'm going to try not to yap too much today. I'm going to try to keep it short, but we are going to discuss some important things that have been happening. Last week, for one, was a very rough week for me. Unfortunately, my dad was in the hospital starting last Wednesday. It was a rather difficult week, back and forth from the hospital, talking to doctors, making sure dad was okay, helping out my mom. And it was a little bit overwhelming, to say the least, and tiring. So I say all of that to say that my side effects, again, I didn't really feel any, just like last week. I didn't feel any side effects. The one thing that I've been is super thirsty. So lots of water. But also, I did not get to hit protein goals because I was just running around and doing all the things. But I'm here thinking, like, the fact that on Thursday I kind of ran out of here after doing my video and went to the hospital didn't really have much in my system, which worried me because I really thought that I was going to not be okay in the evening because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't eat. But thankfully, that was not the case. I had my protein shake on my way to the hospital. I try to eat something that could at least like hold me over. But at the same time, when you're like worried and you're doing so much, you don't think about eating. You're not thinking about how hungry you are. As long as I'm caffeinated, we are good. So I made sure to have my coffee and I did have my protein shake. But for the rest of the day, it just was kind of like a blur. I'm just, getting by. So I say all of that, and I think that I'm wondering, guys, am I at my maintenance dose? However, we will get into measurements and weight to see how that affected me. But right now, I'm just wondering, like, is this shot not really affecting me like it used to? Because you guys saw at the beginning of January, I was a whole entire mess. And I was still on 5 milligrams, but because I took that break, I was a whole entire mess. Symptoms were absolutely horrible. So I'm not sure. I'm like guessing, hey, am I here? Like, am I not feeling anything? And this is great that I'm not feeling anything. I did feel, and again, because we don't know if this is like life circumstance or is a side effect of the shot, I did feel really tired. But again, I think that all goes with a lot of like mental tiredness, emotional tiredness. Like you just feel like your mind is on go all the time. And a couple of days ago, I literally felt like I was going to fall on my face. Like it is 4 o'clock and I just wanted a face plant like somewhere. And of course you can't. Like you're a mom, you're a wife, you got to cook, you got to do all the things, you got to play Uber, you got to do the errands and do all the things. I did not get to go to sleep till later on that night. So that is my update for side effects. Really, it was nothing that nothing, like literally just thirsty and super tired and slight headache. But again, I think the headache played into the fact that I was not eating and probably not hydrating enough. So I think all of those things are connected. Now let's get into measurements and see where we are there. Right into the waist. Let's just jump into it. Oh, I turned it off. All right. So the waist is at 0 and it jumps back out. We're going to play this game today. Are we? Yeah? We're not doing it. No, we're not. I don't have time for it. All right. We're going to bring this down. And here we go. All right, we are at 32.12 inches for the waist. I am going to not do the abdomen. We will do the hip area. Let's bring this up. Guys, by the way, you guys are too much. Last week, somebody commented on my stomach, and you guys, your comments, guys. Listen, I just want to promote peace here. Don't worry about everybody else making negative comments. Like, it's fine. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. But you guys, you're too sweet. And yes, this is a positive community. So we're not doing negativity here, but it's absolutely all right. God got me, right? Apologies, I needed to adjust my mic. So let's start this off again. I'm going to go into hip, and it is at 0. All right. Let's bring this around. Bring the hair back. It's all in my face. Okay. We are here. 40.55 inches. Make sure I am doing this right. Yep, 40.55 inches. Confirm. And let's unhook this and get into the thigh. Let me make sure I'm doing the left thigh, because last week that was all a little bit of annoying. Left thigh, we are showing 21.37. Let's confirm it. We'll do right thigh. And right thigh is showing 21.37. Confirm. Oh, are we matching for the first time, thighs? All right. We will now get into the bicep area. Oh, let's take it out first. There we go. Let's do that. 0. Loop this. It's the one thing, like if I have a digital measuring tape, it's for this part right here, because God knows measuring these arms has always been a struggle. All right. All right. What we got here? We got a 13.07. All right. All right, let's do this again. 13.38. All right. We will now do the chest. Whoopsie. All right. And chest is 30, yep, 37.24. We shall save it. And now let's get into weight. Uepa. All right. Calculate, calculate. All right. All right, before we get into the comparison report, I need to give myself the shot. I did my belly last week, and we're just going to go right back into it. Clearly, going back to my belly, I have not for the last few weeks had any side effects. So hopefully we keep that going, or any significant side effects, I should say. Guys, can you believe that the shot that I gave myself on the thigh still has a bruise? Like, it's still clearing up. It's crazy. Like, that was like maybe a month ago, and here we are. Yeah. I mean, it didn't hurt. I'm just making faces for no reason. I like to focus when I do this. All right, we're good here. All right, guys, are we ready? Let's get into the comparison report. All right. We are at 147.2. Let's compare. I last weighed myself 7 days ago, and I weighed in at 150.6. I had a slight weight gain last week to 0.6, and now I am at 147.2, showing that I have dropped 3.4 pounds. And not to justify it, but again, last week was a bit crazy for me. I was not eating that great. I was running around, and as you know, it just, all of that kind of like trickles in. All right, let's get into the rest of it. BMI is showing at a drop of 0.6. Body fat percentage dropping 1.4%. Body fat mass dropping 3.4 pounds. Muscle percentage went up 1.4%. This is all very interesting to me. And muscle mass went up by 0.2 pounds. A few of you have mentioned that I did not talk about visceral fat and subcutaneous fat. So fair. So we will definitely discuss that. Sometimes I just kind of go through this report and just shout out numbers, but I wasn't like thinking about that. So thank you for calling it out. And yes, let's talk about it. So subcutaneous fat last week was at 28.6% and is now at 27.6%, so is down by 1%. Visceral fat was 12 and now 11, so it is down by 1. My metabolic age, there is no change. It is still reflecting 47. All in all, I think it is a successful week. So is 5 milligrams still considered a weight loss dose for me or a maintenance dose? And I think that is the question that I am kind of like on right now. So hear me out here. So 5 milligrams, I am not getting severe side effects for the last 2 weeks. I am still seeing weight loss, and I do still have a little bit of hunger suppression, but I am noticing that I am gravitating a bit to sweets lately. So this week, if I wanted to indulge in an oatmeal cookie, I indulged in an oatmeal cookie. I'm not going crazy in sweets, but I am noticing I am having a little bit of that like sweet craving. I wanted ice cream. I had a little bit of ice cream. I got the small one. So if I want it, I kind of indulge. If I want like a piece of chocolate, I'll indulge. I am not going like super ham on it, but something that I'm keeping in the back of my mind, because if I were to go down to 2.5, I'm a little bit worried that I might want to crave sweets even more. So something definitely for me to think about. Other than that, guys, this is pretty much it. As you know, I like to put in my stats around here from last week and what my measurements were this week, so you can take a peek and see the difference. I am feeling, however, still great. Like I said, I can tell the difference in my clothes and my body. Yes, I still have, problem areas that I need to work out and work through. And that's something, again, this week was completely out the window with all of the running around. It's just like crazy to me. Like every time I have something that I want to do, I have my goals for the month, something just throws it off track. And I'm like, I'm rebuking that in the name of Jesus. We're not doing this in 2026, because I want to speak to a manager. No one renewed the trials and tribulation package for 2026. So Jesus, take the wheel. All right, guys, thank you so much again for all of you who enjoyed the prayer. I am so privileged and honored to pray for you. So thank you so much for being here for that last week. I have a video that I am releasing, might be today. Today, it's a Thursday. Remember, I release every Friday. But today on Thursday, I might be releasing a video talking about December and what I was going through. So if you're interested in watching that and you have not watched it and today's Friday and you're watching this video, then please feel free to check out that video. If it's not posted today, then by Saturday. But I think I'm pretty close to posting it today, and talking a little bit about what December felt like to me, my thoughts on what I went through, and a little bit of spiritual guidance, as well as discussing self-care. It is almost Valentine's Day, guys. So I am wishing you tons of love, and Valentine's Day doesn't have to be romantic. I wish you all lots of love, happiness, peace, and joy. I am sending you big, big hugs. I hope that if you are not with anyone, that is totally fine, but you have people to love, you have friends, you have family, you have your pets, it doesn't matter. And I love you guys. So if anything at all, love yourself. And I really want to continue to preach that. Love yourself and continue to take care of yourself. Okay? So, guys, I pray that God blesses you in new and amazing ways each and every single day. Take care.